Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I am Skip LaCour. I am so glad you are here, joining me for our daily check-in, our daily ritual. Just you and me, just two men, just a little bit older, going through the journey of life, getting our game face on to take on the day. Every single day I'm here with you, just to remind you of who you really are, what you're really all about. Help strengthen that imagination, that belief, that little by little you can piece together the life that you really want. I'm so glad you are here joining me in today's morning connection, in today's mental toughness conditioning. I want to talk about how to be better with time. How to be better with time. We all know we only have 24 hours in the day. How can we make the most out of the time, just every single day? But the time we have left, we're a little bit older. We got to live with that sense of urgency, right? More time behind us than we do in front of us at this age. We got to live with that sense of urgency. How to be better with time, I want to talk about during our connection. All right, when you come on to this live broadcast, it's early in the morning. Got to get up early in the morning. Maybe not, right? To make the most use of our time. I want you to say hello. I'm so appreciative you're even taking the time of entertaining what I have to say. What I have to say to help you. Again, this isn't about me. This is about us just connecting, making me think about, my life, how to be better at what I do of helping you. But this is about stimulating thought. Or how do you take my words and apply it to your life? Right? How do you go through your filter? This, and this will help me. Okay, I don't need this right now. And you tell me what that is. I love the feedback. I love to hear what you're taking out of this. Because I'm coming from my perspective. I also use the perspective of the men who I coach and I talk to every single day. And I put it out there. Hopefully it's helpful to you. But I love it when you post down below what you're getting out of our connection, each one. I love it when you post it down below. Send me direct messages on how this is helping you, because I want to do more of that for you. Doesn't matter if you watch me live. I'm going to connect with you in a moment. I'm going to see who is joining me live in a moment. I love the connection every day, but I also love it when you're with me live. And it doesn't matter if you're watching me on Facebook, that you came over from Instagram or Twitter or YouTube. You're watching me on YouTube. And it doesn't matter if you're watching me on a replay version. It's just the fact that you're doing this daily discipline, this daily habit, this daily ritual of getting your mind right. Both of us, you and me, taking on the day with this mental toughness conditioning. So in a moment, I'm going to say good morning because I'm so glad you're here. So it's all about time, how to be better with time. I don't know about you, but I look at guys and because I'm not watching their day-to-day habits, I just look at it, collectively. I'm just so impressed about how some men get so much stuff done, or so it appears. But just like with you and me, you do those little things, they just stack up before you know it. We're 4 months into the new year, right? What if we could use our time just a little bit better, right? How to be better with time. I want to talk about that during our connection, give you some things to think about. All right, let's see. So who do we have joining us on today's live broadcast? Again, I love the connection live. But when you're watching this on the replay version, make sure that you say hello, post your comments down below, and make sure that you are subscribed to my special YouTube channel for this MANformation message. You'll start seeing me do more blog posts in the community section on YouTube. In addition to the live videos, you'll see me do recorded videos that are even more this morning connection. I'm going to take what we're doing here, this connection, and really ramp it up. All right, so you want to make sure that you're subscribed to my special YouTube channel, my special MANformation YouTube channel too. All right, here we go. Good morning, James. Good to have you here, James. Good morning, Caesar. I love it that you try to watch me live, Caesar. Good. Tell me what you're getting out of these daily mental toughness conditioning exercises, our time together. Good morning, Pete. Great to have you here. All right, so let's talk about how to be better with time. How to be better with time. I just want to, that's my constant challenge. Can you ever be perfect at time where you just set it, forget it? Or is it a constant journey? It's a constant challenge. It's a constant game putting this all together. And that's the way you notice how I look at things, right? You'll notice a little something that how I trigger myself every time I start thinking about a challenge, right? A difficulty, some problem or whatever, and that's what this is. I was telling somebody, I was recommending a book, the Power of Positive Thinking of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. I was recommending to, I think of one of my clients or whoever it was I was talking to, and I talk about the audiobook in chapter 4, how he presents about overcoming obstacles, problems, difficulties, whatever you want to call it, right? And it's just something about the way he talks about it. He just breaks down obstacles from every single angle, whatever it is, right? That by the time you're listening, it's about 35 minutes. I think that he breaks down the mindset you need to handle every single obstacle from every single direction. You feel, yeah, everybody's gone through this. I can go through it and survive. I could come out of it. Just the perspective, right, that he talks about of obstacles, right? And so I recommend that a lot of times, right? And that's something I listen to over and over and over again, because you know what? Our whole life is obstacles, right? We don't, how much time do we sit and just revel in everything that we've accomplished in the past or whatever, right? We all want that next level. We all want to grow, and that's healthy, right? I believe we have to grow in some way, shape, or form. And I don't care if you're a little bit older like me, right? That's what you come here for. It's our perspective of life. Even we have to grow. Maybe when we were younger, like 25, 35, we thought if we worked really hard, by this age, we could just set it and forget it and just guide into the rest of our life, right? If we even thought that far ahead. And we realized that's not how it happens. We continually need to grow. There's always more. There's always a new dimension of life, and I believe that's healthy. And what I was saying is that your life is how you handle whatever obstacle, and there's always obstacles. There's always challenges. There's always problems. You notice how I frame it. I'll always say a challenge, right? I call it a challenge. When I think challenge, I think game, right? Games excite me. Puzzles, patterns, right? How to figure out the pattern is the same thing. How do you figure out your problems or obstacles? How to address your challenges is the same thing, but in a more empowering way. It's how to figure out your problems, right? Game, challenge, pattern, something that's winnable. Because if you can frame it in mind, you can win, you can hit them head on, right? But your life is just all about how you handle challenges and obstacles, problems, right? However you want to call it. I choose to call them games, challenges, patterns. Something I'll always sign off every single day is your biggest challenge in front of you, that thing you want to accomplish, goal, get into the positive, get out of the negative. It's just a pattern. Everything in life runs in patterns. If someone else has figured out the pattern, whether it's mental or strategic with tasks, you can too. It's just figuring out the pattern, all right? It's all coming over challenges, and you'll notice I'll talk about that because that's what we're here for. How to, if you really think about it, is giving you the mental toughness to handle your challenges in life, right? I start getting excited. My mind turns it into a game just by how I phrase it, right? We can all figure out the patterns. We can all figure out the challenges, right? Well, one thing is when I talk about the hints that I give, the things that I talk about is just with this show. If you've been watching this Morning Connection, I talk about when we meet in the morning, I wanted just to use a data check-in. Did you go to bed last night? Did you go to bed last night with something that was you were going to attack, whether it was 5 minutes or 5 hours, that you were going to take on, you were going to do something that puts you ahead, more than just doing your basic responsibilities, doing what the boss told you, doing your just the day-to-day grind. Sometimes I know it's a challenge just to get through that day, but you got to beg, borrow, steal. You got to find the time. 3 minutes if you can't get 5. 3 hours if you can't get 5 hours, right? To do something that's going to put you ahead. Mentally condition yourself to always look for those things and do a little bit every single day, right? That's how you become better at time, right? How do you become better with time, right? And it's like a muscle. Like I said, this is mental toughness conditioning. And when you get in the habit of always thinking, okay, what can I do? And making a game out of it, right? So how to be better with time? Going to bed with a plan of chipping away and not worrying about if you get, again, all 5 minutes what you plan. 3 minutes is great. Not all 5 hours of the things that's going to put you ahead, even 3. And then, working with your schedule and whatever to do it. That helps. All right. What I found on how to be better with time, and this is one of these things that play in the back of your mind, sometimes even more than the front of your mind, right? And when you look back, because time stacks up, here we are in the 4th month of this year already, right? When you look back over 6 months, you look back over a year, certainly over the next 3 years, and they're going to come whether or not we appreciate them, whether we take advantage of them or not. The next 3 years are going to come. What are we going to do in that time? How to be better with time. And I really believe, as I look back, my MANformation course that I talk, I've got a morning connection MANformation course, especially you hear me talk about it all the time. All right, what I was in a period of my life, I went to all the motivational seminars, I read all the books, I got the coaching, I spent a lot of money with the masters, all right, learning, because I've been obsessed with the mind along with the strategies on how to take my life to the next level, how to accomplish things, but those things were, what are the emotions and feelings that I wanted? Maybe I got some of these, but I was couldn't get close to other things, right? And when my bodybuilding career is really, I thrust in my effort, right? It became my identity, something I was great at. How I made my living, I quit my job to do it. I was all in everything. Maybe that's where you know me, or I still benefit from what I did as a bodybuilder, even though I retired from that 16 years ago. And that was great. But then after that, at the age of 41, I had to do something to grow, right? And that's when I used all the things I learned in the past, and I continue to learn. I went on this journey, this quest to round out my life and become good at things that I really didn't put a lot of effort in. Admittedly, I didn't. I left it all on the floor. My willpower, focus, energy, and time all went into that area and the surrounding areas, the bodybuilding and training and the whole lifestyle, the whole career. But I wanted more. But I didn't necessarily know. I knew I could do it, but I didn't know necessarily how to do it. So I had to create the pattern. I had to create the template. I had to create the key, because your life. You're one thing about being an entrepreneur, right? There is no boss to just tell you what to do. Well, the boss tells me what to do. If I just do what he says, I'll get paid. Sometimes you don't even have to do what he says and you still get paid. That's not how life is when you want the next level. You have to decide every single day what you're going to do. No one tells you what to do. No one makes those decisions. And guess what? You can even execute what you planned out to do and do it very, very well. And guess what? That you may not get paid, so to speak, may not get you anywhere. All that work, all that effort, all that planning, all that successful execution, you get nothing in life. That's how it works. Right? So I had to go on a path on how I was going to make this happen. And that MANformation course, it is step by step, all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs that I had to adopt. All the self-awareness, all the personal development skills that I had to learn, and not just learn, do and execute, become great at, if my life was going to have the things that I have in it now and where I'm going. But in session 5 of this 6-session course, 11 hours that I take you through, it was all about my dream life. I took 8 pages, took it over time. I break it down on how to do it. So you don't have, if you were just, well, I don't know that for sure. If you were looking at it, you might think, how am I supposed to come up with this? 8 pages? And this kind of detail, sights, sounds, feelings, emotion, might be overwhelming, but I teach you the process that I went through, step by step. So it's a template that you can fill in, right? All the thoughts are stimulated. You don't have to start from scratch of thinking about the life that you really want, right? 8 pages. And what I realize is when you have that big picture for your life that's really thought out, you're connected to the emotions. You'll be better with your time every single day in ways that you don't even realize, because in the back of your mind, you're headed for this bullseye that you took the time to really think out. And again, I take you through that process of doing it. I'll tell you what, you instinctively know of what you're doing, the conversations you're getting, the time you're spending on the internet. Is it productive time like this that's going to put you ahead, or are you just caught up in everybody's problems or dramas to take the pressure off yourself of how your life is or isn't going the way it is? Right? You'll instinctively know if you're on track or not because you took the time to think of that big picture, right? and you'll just naturally be going for it. And I'll tell you, so short term, every single day, long term, knowing the big picture, the more clear you can be on what that is, you can just really step into that imagination and feel the emotions, write it down. It's just going to naturally help you be better and better with time. All right, let's see here, Caesar. All right, that month. Darren, good morning to you. James, good to have you gentlemen here. Good to have you here. All right, so those are some things about how to be better with time. We all only have 24 hours a day. How can we make the most out of it? All right, so that's going to do it for this morning connection. Remember, we got to take on this day 7 days a week, right? Get up early if that's what it takes. Maybe not take that for you to make the most out of your day and your time. All right, we've got more time behind us. If you're a little bit older, this message is for men who are a little bit older, that this mental toughness connection. We got to take on the day with a sense of urgency. All right? Remember, everything in life, whatever you're trying to figure out, it runs in patterns. Some are more complicated than others. You can figure it out. Even if in the past you didn't figure it out. Everything runs in patterns. You can figure out the pattern. All right, so expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They're going to get you. How can they not, with so much passion and energy that you're putting into this? Right? How can they not see the value? Again, expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from your efforts, and expect the best from other people. They'll understand your power, the value that you provide for them. So have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for the comments, the likes, the shares, the loves, the direct messages, and telling me how much you're getting out of this time together every single day. Have a great day.